You're watching Swimming World TV. I'm your host, Brent Rutemiller, and here we are at the groundbreaking for the International Swimming Hall of Fame's great renovation for the facility. And who do we have but Caeleb Dressel? Thanks for joining us, Caeleb.
Yes, sir.
Caeleb came down for the groundbreaking. Caeleb, the American record holder in the 50 and the 100 free, NCAA championship last year, turned pro. Focusing on 2020 Olympics.
Yep, absolutely.
But we see you got Olympic rings already there.
Yeah.
So going back to Rio, what a great experience for you.
Yeah, so that was my first Olympics. I was 19 at the time, so just a little kid, kind of getting my feet wet in the whole big boy swimming world. Got to be on a team with some incredible athletes, Michael Phelps being one of them, Nathan Atrian, David Plummer, all great leaders. So Rio was special for me, having my family there, my girlfriend there, and having them be a part of that. So definitely overwhelming at some parts, but being a part of Team USA and everyone stepping up, it was special for me, and I wouldn't want to change anything about it.
So when you came away from 16, did it light your fire even more? I mean, did you feel more inspired after seeing all this? I mean, to dedicate yourself for another 4 years for another Olympian, I mean, you got to go back to the drawing board.
Yeah, so I was, we won the 400 free relay, which awesome moment, very special, and I think I was 5th or 6th in the 100 free, which of course I was not happy with. So it kind of lit that fire to, I know what it takes to, I got to see what it takes, to win these events, the times you have to go, and the guys you're going up against. So, that got me ready for going into Worlds next year, and just staying focused every day in practice.
Well, Worlds, you won the 100 free, the world champion.
Yeah. So I think Rio played a huge part of that. I don't think if I went to Rio, I wouldn't have had, the experience I gained from that, the leadership roles that the guys I mentioned earlier played in my life and the experience that they gave me, it all plays a part and it all comes full circle.
Well, the big draw, the jaw-dropping moment was at the NCAAs to watch you swim 50 yards, 17.63, first man under 18 seconds. There was water everywhere, and it was like, quick as a hiccup, and next thing you know, you're touching. Everyone was just in shock. I mean, when you look back at not only going under 18, but go under as fast as you did, I mean, where does that stand in one of your milestones?
So that was a big one for me. After I went 18.2 my sophomore year, it was a big rumor that, I guess in everyone's head, 17 is next. So I wasn't thinking 17.9. I thought, actually, I had it written down on a note card that 17.6 was the goal that year. I think that would have been a perfect swim. I think that was something I was capable of. And then watching it, you touch the wall and you look up and you see it happen. It's very rare in the sport to where, I'm surprised by my times, which is a good thing. I think you should set your goals very high. But looking up and seeing 17 and just surpassing, I guess, what everyone thought was expected of me was 17.9 was special because, me and Troy had it worked out what we thought we were capable of doing. And
certainly you're thinking, well, you can go under 40 seconds for the 100. So soon after, there you go. What, 39, what was that?
39.9.
39.9.
Yeah, so barely squeaked under, but that was a hard swim. So that was my second to last race of NC2As. I think my 13th race of the meet within 3 days. So
wow.
I was tired.
That's why you train so hard.
Yes, exactly. I swim typically the shorter events, but a lot of my programs, especially with relays, are back to back to back. And they take a lot out of you, so you got to be ready for it.
Well, but that's what Greg Choi gets you to that point where you can get up and race 13 times. Wow. So when you look at 100, 3 walls, you look at a 50, 1 wall, and then you make that transition from that to meters, long course meters. Are you taking away one of your tools? I mean, your underwaters and your turns. I mean, was that very big part of you going 17.6 and under 40?
Yeah. So the thing with long course is that's swimming. The best swimmer is going to win those races. Short course, you can get away with a lot of athleticism. You see guys with crazy starts and really good turns, who are flying short course and not as good long course. But, that's why it was fun, and it's still fun working with Troy because he understands both ends of the sport. Long course is a totally different animal, and short course is completely different as well. So you got to learn how to balance the two and train for both.
Balance for two, train for both.
Yeah.
Well, but you're training for the 100 fly too. Right now, you're 3rd in the world going into this year, and it's still an early season for all those rankings. Let's fast forward. So when we're looking at the trials, U.S. trials next end of June, going into Olympics 2020, what races are you focused on?
So I think the ones that are set in stone is 50 free, 100 free, of course, and then 100 fly. So As you mentioned earlier, there's a possibility of making 2 relays off that 100 free.
Yep.
So, I mean, I would hope for it to be a busy schedule in Tokyo, but there's steps along the way before we can start jumping the gun, thinking about what we're going to swim. We have Worlds this year, which is the focus. I've got a full plate of events there already and relays to focus on. So it's a bunch of little stepping stones along the way, and I don't want to skip any of them, or we're not going to make it very far.
Well, so I mean, when you see Caeleb Dressel, you see the tattoos, especially when you're up there, in swimming. Obviously, the Olympic rings mean something, but what's going on here, man?
Yeah, we got a whole mess of things on my left arm.
I'm seeing oranges. So is that a Florida
yeah,
connection?
the whole sleeve is Florida themed, essentially.
Okay.
I mean, I've got oranges, orange blossoms. I've got the gator on my elbow.
There you go.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. And then the black bear, and then under my shirt an eagle. So
What's the black bear symbol for?
I love bears. My favorite animal.
I got an eyeball staring at me right here.
Yeah.
I mean, that's looking real.
So I've got a whole little Florida theme going on. All the animals are native to Florida. All the pieces. I have some magnolia flowers on the inside as well. So
you got a lot more canvas, don't you?
yeah, on this arm, but I don't think I'm going to touch the other arm.
No?
I got my whole body, but I'm done for a while.
You're just gonna, yeah. So you're just gonna go with one sleeve, I guess, huh?
We're gonna stick with one sleeve for now until maybe I'll be inspired in a couple of years. But I'm over the pain. I'm over the time it takes to get it done.
You're over the pain.
Exactly.
So what's more painful, a Greg Choi workout or
Greg Choi workout? Whatever you're about to say next is gonna be a Greg Choi workout.
Whatever I'm gonna say next.
Yes.
That's worse.
Yeah. No. Greg Choi's workouts.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, that's what we hear. But that's why he's such a great coach. And you're still with him? You're up in Gainesville?
Absolutely.
Training?
That was one of the reasons I committed to Florida. I had the feeling, I told him, what my goals are in the sport. I don't want to just be a guy who can go swim a 50 and that's it. I want to really, try to not stretch out, my talent that I have in the water, but I don't want to be stuck in one event. And he held me accountable to that. And, I want to hold him accountable as well. So it goes both ways, and
good.
We communicate good and we work well together.
So are you looking forward to get back in here to swim at some point in the new facility?
Yeah, so I'm excited. I think it's great for the sport. Last time I've been up here, as I mentioned when we were talking before the camera started rolling, I was really, really young, probably 12. Had a horrible meet, but swimming in Florida, it's a close-knit community. You really feel that. I've had friends growing up who swim on Attack in Tallahassee. We have friends down in Boca. It's just the Florida swim community is something really special. You kind of know everyone in and around the sport. So, it was a 5-hour drive to me to get down here, but I'm still home. I'm still in Florida. This is where I always want to be. But yeah, the meet when I was 12, last time I was here, I did horrible, but really fun memories.
That's good.
Really fun memories, and it's nice to be back here. I haven't been here in a while, so it's nice to be back at the Hall of Fame and kind of check things out. And it's special, especially for the sport, to get this place up and going and make it something special again.
Well, we're hoping we bring your vision, your spirit, and your discipline to get this thing off going in the right direction.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for joining us, Ken.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
I'm Brent Rutemiller, Swimming World TV, saying if you want to win, first help someone else win.